Why would you want to see your mouth moving?
It helps to
Have
see
you
what
watched
you're
the,
saying.
have you watched the video yet? Okay, Brian.
Yes.
All right, Darren. Hit that red button when you
We're ready for this, guys? Episode 5. Here we
It
go.
is 5. I'm surprised we've made it this many weeks in a row.
I mean, we can't show up on work on time.
I
But,
know, right? Certainly show up to a Sneaky Power podcast.
Don't get me wrong, we don't get here on time.
All right, hit the button. Oh,
No.
you have to turn the volume up. Hold on, wait till it's...
Where amateur hacks try to balance.
Hit it again. All right.
I'm like, what happened? Did you
Somebody
guys delete it?
Somebody deleted the Sneaky Power intro.
All right, here he goes.
Yeah, yeah.
You paid good money for that.
Is this any good?
Welcome to the Sneaky Par Show, where amateur hacks try to balance shitty golf between careers, dating, marriage, and everyday life. Over to you guys.
What are you giggling at already? We
Bunch of
started to
fucking
show you.
amateurs.
It's true. We were talking during the red button hit. That's our bad. Well, welcome. This is episode 5, and I'm actually impressed that we've done for 5 weeks in a row every Thursday.
And every Thursday I get mad.
We do. Yeah. We can't get the AV right. We got Dally AV joining us today. We have a special guest joining us today, which we're very excited about. If you listen to last week's episode, he is a reason that we went to this certain club, and that is a Chi-Town approved country club with how many glasses of Prosecco did you give it?
5.
Wow, that's huge. That's huge. So I got Daddy D to my left, and for those of you who aren't watching this on video, because it will be on video soon, tell the viewers, listeners, what you're wearing today.
I have a Bryson DeChambeau Puma hat.
What color is
because
it?
It's black. And, Shalair, Chi-Town just said he didn't like DeChambeau anymore because of his hat. So,
Do you remember saying that, bro?
I do remember saying
and
that.
since you said he
That's
was
not
my
the same-
guy.
That's not the same hat, though. His hat has a huge Puma.
Well, that's a retail version, not the
All
sponsored
Puma.
version.
I mean,
that's
I'm
custom
sure
made for Bryson.
I had to pay for mine. Bryson got his for free, and he's got millions of dollars. So I had to pay mine on.
Well, you look good in it. You look good in it.
Are you
I'm also
Are you
aware-
sure it's a Bryson Puma hat, though? Does it say like Bryson Puma or just a Puma hat?
It was a Puma hat.
Okay, there we go. That makes sense.
Puma.
I don't think there's any. Well, there could be someone like the Corn Ferry Tour that wear that type of hat sponsored by Puma.
I'm also wearing a black Indianapolis Colts hooded sweatshirt due to the fact that they are playing the Bears.
The 3-0 Bears.
Oh, no kidding.
So that's coming up. We might have to place a wager between because I know you guys are all shy.
Sure.
Check.
Nobody pays him anyway.
We should build an app for that.
So we might have to figure that out.
How much? Name your price.
Maybe the loser buys dinner next Sneaky episode.
Rico Benny's.
As long as it's not Rico.
Well,
Benny's.
actually,
loser buys
before,
dinner and the
before we
winner
talk
pays
about
for two.
Brian, that you say that when Daddy D last week was saying we're gonna if 5 people reach out, we had a ton of people reach out.
Oh, really?
On the Rick and Benny's talking about it. So we have our first person we're gonna actually deliver one to.
good. We gotta
lives in Mount Prospect. We're gonna drive it out there and we're gonna videotape him, his wife, and his 3 kids eating the Rick and Benny's in their kitchen.
That's gonna be
and see what they
interesting.
think. So that's a great idea. Good idea. And to my right, we got Shalair over here, Chi-Town. He's got the. I don't know what kind of yuppie vest you're wearing today.
like this?
It's definitely not a golf
I bought
vest.
this pre-COVID, like
Yeah?
literally the day before it shut down.
Where'd you get it? Old Navy or?
Colts.
Hey, watch yourself.
It's
This
actually
is,
really
this
nice.
is Sid Jerome here. This is the real
Oh,
deal.
it's Sid Jerome.
Oh,
That's your
yeah.
spot. That's custom made for you then, right?
Oh yeah, this guy's
Yeah.
Looks good.
solid place downtown. If anybody wants custom suits or vests,
Best.
Yeah.
Neat.
Sid Jerome's place
Yeah.
to be.
Neat dad.
Yeah. And Sid Jerome did not pay us to say that. That was a free plug for our 270-some viewers or listeners.
So, do we have more followers than we do episodes yet?
We'll get to that, but I'm kind of upset with you guys. Not for the numbers. No, numbers
I
are
hit my
looking good.
MBO for the week.
MBOs
I
are
watched
looking
golf.
good. Accelerators are back in play for you boys, but we have a special guest on the show who's always invited us to his club, always been hospitable, and not one of you guys is rocking the Highlands gear except for me.
Oh, I actually.
We discussed this in the last episode. They only serve.
Well,
they only have it in size medium.
You could have bought like a marker, a ball marker. You could have bought a pencil. You could have bought anything, a scorecard.
They give you pencils for free.
Exactly. You don't have to buy anything. That's my point.
The amount of money that I've spent, I should be a member there.
Okay, that's cute.
Yeah, good luck.
All right, well, I'm going to represent. I bought this kind of hoodie thing. I don't know if you can wear it on a golf course without like a collar underneath, but it's
Could have Highlands.
it's comfy, It's another hoodie thing here. So, all right, boys. Let's quick get into the numbers as we always do on the show. Instagram and give us one thing on Instagram. We're staying consistent. Another 3% increase. We've done 3% the last 1, 2, 3 weeks in a row.
keep
It's
So-
a marathon, not a sprint.
It is, Brian.
Keep that
It is,
going.
absolutely. Twitter, as we know, disaster. We got 1 follower, 2% is generous saying 2%. The Facebooks, and we talked about this last week of that 958%. I think Daddy D did some work.
Yeah,
Didn't ya?
I'm not happy with that number.
I mean, we went from starting at 7, we're
Oh,
at
yeah.
263. How many followers do you have on Facebook?
like 2,000.
2,000.
And I think all of them liked it. I saw the.
Well, maybe the numbers aren't. Maybe
They don't. Something's wrong.
Maybe I'll call Zucks, see what's going on. I mean,
Hey,
he's-
Mark.
Yeah, he's not doing anything in terms of an election, worrying about all that other kind of crap. He's probably worried about sneaky power. But YouTube's, we've put the first full episode on YouTube. Did the editing, took me about 6 hours to just paste some pictures into the editing software. So that's out there, about 43 minutes long if you're bored. But we started with 1 back in September 4th, and we're up to 15.
Oh.
So week over week, a 20% increase. But hey, like Brian said, we don't care about the followers. We just want to put out good content. So I don't know what we're doing.
We're still working. Yeah, we're still working.
We're still
on
working on it. And then the downloads on the podcast, we went from 220 last week to 293. So 25% increase over there. So, hey, I mean, numbers are going right. Staying consistent out there, boys. I don't know what else we can do.
I mean, hire a company maybe.
Well, Brian was talking about the Click Farm a couple episodes ago. So, I mean, desperate times. I mean, we might get canceled off the air.
Impossible.
Yeah. But what I was thinking today is, what's it, like 60 out? It's like the cool breeze in Chicago. Like, it is officially, obviously October 1st, it is officially every day, if you want, wear a vest out.
Yep. Fall golf.
Fall golf. Vest every day. And I felt bad because I've worn a vest the last week and a half. I didn't want wearing one today. The only one wearing one today is Chi-Town.
And I didn't wear mine for the 3rd week in a row. I could be called out for 3 weeks.
Yeah, but I mean, just having that vest, you can put like just a long sleeve T-shirt on underneath, throw the vest on, you look
Put
different
a
every day.
Dress shirt like
Yeah.
Chi-Town.
Is that a
has
Sid
But
Jerome
you-
dress shirt too?
You had a short sleeve shirt under yours.
I did, 'cause
Yesterday, yeah.
yeah,
I
last
actually
time.
I put on the Sneaky Power short sleeve T-shirt underneath this, and my wife's like, "Get upstairs and change."
During this time of year, you could almost see me in a vest every day.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It's everyday vest season if you want it to be,
Yeah.
which is great because it's like someone's like, "Hey, let's go out, meet me." You're like, "I'm on the couch." Like, dude, put a long sleeve T-shirt on, throw a vest on, and a hat.
Put
Good
on
to
some
go.
Lululemon pants, a vest, and let's go.
Let's rock it
All
out.
size medium.
I love it because it hides my wrinkled shirt and my dad bod all in one. So I'm always lucky.
I have a couple of shirts that are too tight for me. They're like the 3-button Henley, like cotton long sleeves, and I can only wear them with a vest zipped up because and they feel great, right? They're a nice, comfy shirt. But if I wore it without the vest and had to take it off,
Because they're like 3 buttons that are popped off.
they're popped off. Like it's like a midriff shirt. You can see my belly.
For the record, you can't claim dad bod, just so you know.
I would have never tried.
Nope.
I just have
So,
one.
it's just overweight, actually, for you.
Well, I guess
for me,
I'm-
it's a dad bod,
I guess I'm a dad. Yeah, I'm a dad bod without the kid.
which means overweight.
True. Well, I want to clarify something.
depressed.
I want to clarify something from last week, and Brian compared me to Patrick Reed, which I appreciate. He's my guy. But then we talked about me grounding my club in the sand traps because Patrick Reed, infamously did it. What I do is I go about 3 feet from where my ball lies in the trap, and I take a practice swing, and I grab sand, and I get that still grounding it in the sand trap. What you were making it seem like is that I went like Patrick Reed, in which he didn't cheat, he was just messed up, like pushing the sand down behind my ball to give it a better
Well,
lie.
both of them are wrong.
Correct. They're both grounding. So I've made a conscious effort, especially in money games, to no longer ground my club in the sand trap.
Well, I don't understand why you do it anyway.
Well, because either I'll hit like way too far behind it, I'll hit it thin. I'm just trying to get a feel for it because I don't practice out of the sand. Before a round, I don't play out of the sand. So I'm just trying to get a feel, which is wrong. I apologize.
At least
So.
you admit it.
Won't happen again. Won't happen again. So we had the big match last weekend. It was me and Daly AV versus 2 of our other buddies. And let's just say there was a double murder at Hilldale Golf Club.
Yeah. We're not allowed there anymore because of the violence.
It was
murder.
A double murder. We almost called 911. It was so bad.
Yeah. We asked these other guys in front of us if they could just run to the clubhouse real quick and get someone out there.
It was bad. They were, and the funny thing is, our 2 buddies, they for some reason thought they were going to win, and so
Well,
they
the reason was
dressed.
alcohol and
Well, they dressed
overconfidence.
the same. They both wore
No,
green,
they
and they're
teams?
green shirts, white belts.
That's right,
The white belts got to go.
No,
green shirts, white
they
belts.
did not.
And like they're both dads.
Do you
and
have pictures?
Oh yeah, we got. I got a whole
video.
We have
A
we have
montage.
60 videos and
Oh, that's right. You got a-
pictures
you got
our
a guy following.
our guy was following us taking video of it, and it was such a disaster for those 2 because it was all even pars through 4, and then they both took a 7 on 5, and it was just
And mention that it is a scramble set.
it is a 2-man
It
scramble.
was a
And-
generous 7 too.
yeah, it was a jam. But it was fun. We had a good time. We thought the bet was $500 a person. I guess it was just $100 a person. That's news to us.
My point exactly.
Yeah, and then the losers were supposed to buy us drinks, so we went down to
Arlington
downtown
Heights,
Arlington Heights suburbs, and
huge hotspot.
Did he even go to
Huge,
the
yeah.
track?
no,
It's closing, by the way.
OTV?
yeah, it's
closing, by the way.
by the way.
What?
Arlington is pretty done. Yeah,
Really?
Racetrack's no longer.
Hawthorne still around?
I don't think so.
No?
Harness racing?
This is a sad day.
And we're done for today.
So we
Sure,
go.
always out of this one.
He's so mad.
So we
Upset.
go to Arlington Heights. We go to this bar. We were sitting outside, and the bill comes, and they're supposed to buy Daly AV and I drinks. And he's like, "Hey, I'll get this. Do you mind if thrown in for the tip?" And I said, "Absolutely, I mind throwing in for the tip." We won the bet. It's either you complete the whole deal, or you're only going to pay like 90% of it. It's not fair.
Can't believe they even asked.
Yeah, and so now they want it's not even a rematch. We initially said 2 out of 3. Now they came back and said, "Where's the next match at?" Because they initially said it was only 1, right?
Yeah, there's
Daly?
only one. They're so confident they were going to win that one. They didn't want to do anything.
Yeah, maybe they shouldn't wear their green shirts again.
I don't care what color they wear.
There is a rule in fashion: no white after Labor Day.
Even
So
that includes
white
belts.
belts, white pants. White
I think the white
shoes.
belts are done in golf. I think you get made fun of if you wear them. Brent, people wear white belts?
Yeah.
I mean, I still like it, but I think the fad is that white belts are done. You can't wear them anymore.
They're not done. It's a Chi-Town approved golf course.
Yeah.
White belts are still in.
Well, at one of those, you can wear wherever you want.
Yeah, you can wear
If it's Chi-Town approved.
What was funny at Hilldale, which I've never played there before, but it's a Robert Trent Jones course.
Supposedly.
Supposedly, greens were
private?
nice. Other than that, it was $39,
Oh.
which was a great price. It was a little slow. You had a lot of untucked shirts, some jeans,
okay.
a lot of riffraff, which was fine. You know,
Those are our people.
we had pickups in a lot with Trump flags hanging off them. I shit you not.
wow.
But
Hello.
the
This is
starter,
not-
or who was it? The Ranger comes by us on whatever hole. He drives by. He's like, "Hey, a minute here." He's like, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 of you guys. Like, who booked a 5-some? We're like, "You did."
We accepted our
we
money.
called and said we're going to have an extra guy just filming, and he was like, kind of just put back by it. We're like, he's not golfing, which they probably see a lot of people come out. They say, "I'm just going to ride, not golf," and then actually golf.
Let me borrow your clubs.
Yeah. But then I think we were coming up to 18, and there was this dude. He's like, "Hey, he looked like I don't want to say homeless guy, but
Are you on that Sneaky Power podcast?
yeah,
Is that what he said?
He didn't. I don't think he had a phone.
He's a pond diver.
No, he was a pond diver, and it was great. He's like, "Hey, I have 100 balls." He had them in a box. He goes, $20 for 100 balls, and I almost bought them for you.
What?
Brian.
I didn't.
Yeah, I was just like, this guy. Look at him hustling, diving for the balls.
I can't believe you didn't come up and just give it to him just for that.
Well, I didn't know what he was saying. I didn't know what he was doing.
Mark
there.
blew by him so fast.
I blew my
He's like,
first
"What's going
set. I'm like, what is what?
You're like, do you take Amex, Sneaky Power Amex?
Those are my golf balls.
I know. Which if $20 for 100 of them, which I'm assuming they were. There's 12 holes that play or 13 holes that
Yeah,
play with
a lot of
water.
water.
at
Those would be
Hilldale.
like double A used. If they're in the water, triple A means
Was
supposedly
he
you can
wearing
go in
like
the
a
water.
wetsuit?
No,
No.
he was either. Yeah, no, he just had a whole box of them. And
Yeah, he just
I was
looked-
thinking
he
like
just looked
20
like a guy
bucks
who
is
worked the grounds.
cheap for
Great
100
deal.
balls.
Yeah.
I mean, how long does it take you to gather 100 balls in a pond?
By hand?
Well,
Long time.
How can you hold your? How long?
I mean, how much does a
breath?
tank of oxygen cost? Which is crazy, but no, we had a great time. The $39 is awesome. Our buddy videotaping it, so we have it out there. I haven't put it out yet, but
Yeah,
I have it all collaged together.
I'd like to see some of that.
All the videos and things like
Where's-
that.
New swing. I got a new swing.
The chance went up because we're silver like that.
Yeah, nice rocket balls.
New swing.
No divot. One more foot, dude.
Corrales, golf tournament there in Punta Cana.
Punta Cana.
In the Dominican, yeah.
Yeah, in the Dominican.
What a finish, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
I actually didn't watch that. I actually didn't watch that part.
Maybe Marty can fill us in
Yeah.
because I didn't either.
But I
watch it.
forgot that the Dominican is famous for cigars.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And I'm like, that should be part of the Chi-Town approval rate. So, like, the basic one is still shishito peppers and drinking wine after the course. Right? So, Chicago
I
Highlands.
remember the shishito peppers being
They were delicious
Fine,
at
yeah.
the Highlands.
Yeah, definitely a qualification, right? So after watching that, I'm like, you know what? If you also have cigars, then you get the deluxe.
Well,
approval
everybody
rate.
has cigar. Every country club has their own
Okay.
humidor, right? Brent, do you guys have a humidor or cigar? Yeah, everybody does.
So some people have a humidor, some people have a little box.
No, like you guys probably have a
Right.
big, like decent selection.
Nothing like the selection they
We'll
have
save
in
this for when we
Dominican.
get you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but isn't
Right.
remember that Seinfeld where he's like, you weren't trying to be selling me Dominicans
Wrapped in
disguised as Cubans, would you?
No, Cubans right by Dominicans.
Cubans, yeah. It's like
It's
like rolling a
magic.
cigar made of Bisquick, huh, Guillermo? That's the best line of that whole thing.
And in case you're wondering, fun fact,
Yeah,
there
go ahead,
are
Brian.
no PGA golfers from the Dominican Republic on the tour right now.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
now.
they all play
There-
baseball.
There
Right now.
has been in the past.
That was also, I was wondering how they found room for a golf course with all the baseball fields.
You didn't watch it at all? Nobody did?
And another
Very
fun
little.
fact, while I was researching that,
Sure.
there is a golfer from Zimbabwe on the PGA Tour. Yeah,
What's his name?
you just had to ask that, didn't you?
Right before.
I just say
up.
maybe we can get him on the show.
Coming up, French, Brendan Dijon.
And where is he on the money list?
No idea.
Wait, Brendan Dijon is from Zimbabwe?
I thought he was South
Yeah.
African.
Yeah.
That's it. Nope, Zimbabwe said.
Dallas, why don't you fact check that real quick?
Dallas, that's the World Wide Web.
Yeah.
We'll take a look at.
No, but the finish. So Harris English, he's went to Georgia.
Who?
Harris English.
Oh.
That's who won.
My cousin knows him.
Oh, get out of here!
Yeah.
Name dropping already. But he wanted. So it was a fun finish. He had a couple of guys there at the end. I think he made a good putt to win it. But they showed a highlight of him in this previous tournament where he took a practice swing behind his ball and he took a divot and it hit his ball like
Yeah.
a couple.
I just saw that the other day.
Yeah, that was.
He's kind of been on fire on a couple different tournaments.
He's like
Actually,
the
you know
Webb
who's from
Simpson that
Zimbabwe
people.
too? Nick Price.
Oh, is he from Zimbabwe? Was
Yeah.
it Dijon, right?
Oh, Dijon. He's from Zimbabwe too. Yeah. But Nick Price, I didn't know.
Boom. I also have the internet at home.
Yeah, but you're Southside internet though. What you got down there?
It's a little spotty.
It's a dial-up. It's a U.S. cellular internet.
Listen, so our studio, if you guys remember the first episode, Brian pretty much told you where we are. We're on the south side.
Did you say
And-
he's from South Africa? Isn't that where Zimbabwe is?
Is Zimbabwe South Africa?
No, it's not the
Zimbabwe's
same
in
country.
Africa.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so-
No, it's not the same country. Yeah.
No, I meant in south of Africa.
Oh,
Whatever.
yeah.
But we're on the south side, so we're doing all the different foods that we kind of had for many years down here. We had Phil's Pizza. We had obviously Rick Benny's. We had White Castle, which was delicious. And today we went and our studio's right next to Mars Brewing. So we had their deli. What do you guys call that in the Hawaiian type of food that we had? Is there like a name for it?
No,
or-
it's just local Hawaii food.
Yeah, just local Hawaii
It was
food.
like spam musubi,
Yeah.
What kind of sandwich
we
do
don't
we
know how
have?
to say
The-
that.
chicken katsu. I mean,
Yeah.
the tonkatsu sandwich. Yeah.
Yeah. I got yelled at for ordering. I was butchering Dallas's native language or whatever he was saying, trying to order it.
So I also
was
watched
good.
the Irish Open at the Galgorm Castle Golf Club.
Didn't even know that was on, but continue.
I had the Golf Channel. I just realized that also over the weekend.
I'm a main member of the podcast about golf.
Brian, if you start knowing too much about golf, I'm going to kick you off this podcast.
Now I'm like, he's watched more golf than I did this
Yeah.
weekend. I'm like, I have a huge problem. Here.
Yeah.
So I'm like, castle? Sure enough, the clubhouse is a castle.
Well, yeah, it's Ireland. Everything's a castle in Ireland.
Yeah. Well, so that is now also for the deluxe Chi-Town approval golf rating.
So we got what?
You
We
have
got
a
wine, we
castle.
got prosecco wine, we got shishito peppers, and a castle.
The cigar. Don't forget the
So
cigars.
cigars, then castle.
So like for the Chi-Town approved, right? It is wine. You know,
Any wine? Could it be red, white? Just
Well,
anything
yeah,
about it.
whatever.
Okay.
So you're going to go to the clubhouse. You're going to have a glass of wine after you get done playing, right?
With
And
another guy.
yeah.
Cannot forget that part.
In order
Which is
some
fine.
shishito
Which is-
peppers.
Nothing wrong with that.
Right. And then we want to take it up a notch, smoke a cigar, right? And then
Whoever heard of smoking cigars at golf
the
courses? That's
ultimate
unheard of, Brian.
is if you could do all this in a castle. Right. Marty goes back to his clubhouse. Irish go back to a castle. Another reason to be Irish.
So if Bridgemore wants to build a new
It has to be a castle.
clubhouse, I could propose building a castle.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. I would highly recommend it.
Like every time you call for like a tea time, like, can you put me at 2:30 for 4? And by the way, is your clubhouse a castle? Because
Hey, is the king there today, or is he out?
So if medieval times at a golf course, then you'd be all right.
What time's the jousting start?
the next thing you know, Chi-Town's like a club that's approved does not exist at all. Like it's like this dream
The problem is
club.
Brian would go to this Irish club, and then some guy would be an asshole to him, and he'd get a little bit of verbal. He's like, "It's out." Like it'd be off your list within 2 seconds. That's the thing. Once you're Chi-Town approved, quickly you can as quickly be non-Chi-Town approved.
Somehow,
That was
I
accurate.
somehow I want you to become a billionaire to create yours and just see
This mecca.
what that club. And there'll be 4 members. Just us.
Just that.
By the way, apparently the castle is haunted.
Oh, that's a true story. From
Yes.
that. Okay.
All right, we're going to make a little clarification after our little refill on our drinks. Retraction. Apparently, it was Hudson Swafford. Ooh, I heard that. but
Chi-Town.
Apparently, it was Hudson Swafford, who I knew that was the name. I might have said Harris English. We don't know. We didn't go back and listen to it yet. Whatever. Hudson Swafford from Georgia won that Punta Cana, whatever open that was there. Harris English is another Georgia
Georgian.
Bulldog that
Yeah.
Darren name dropped that your cousin knows.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
But he's way younger. Swafford's like 30.
okay.
All I know is Americans dominated international golf that weekend.
True.
Mark it down.
Well, if you guys heard that champagne pop, which is actually a Prosecco pop, we are welcoming to the Sneaky Par studio here, Mr. Brent from Chicago Highlands. Welcome. buddy.
Right. Thank you guys for having me
You
on.
know, you can see that picture on our Instagram, and he looked good. He looked good, and he enjoys it over there.
What
so.
time was that again?
What's up?
What time was that when he was
That had to be like, what, 3 o'clock?
They look at you like, Brent, this is your guest.
Say, well, the last time he's here.
Yeah, last time he's here.
Or the very first of many.
Yeah, right.
I'd like to start off with apology to
ahead.
Chicago Highlands. I made a rookie mistake when I showed up. And for so all you amateur hacks out there, right, like, don't change your shoes on the golf cart.
Yeah.
Like, go in the locker room. That's why they have them.
Yeah.
Like, when they ask you, hey, would you like a locker? So they say yes. Right?
Names on it.
Go down there.
yeah.
Like, change your shoes in the locker room. Be a professional.
Well,
Right,
what's
like-
even worse is doing it, in the car.
In the, yeah.
Yeah.
Which I've done that
parking
before.
lot.
Yeah. They just don't like it. They take care of you. They want to take care of you.
Yep.
Well, you
and
got a nice locker room.
I don't know what I
They
was
want to give
thinking.
you a locker, just take it. I mean,
Yep. Absolutely take it.
That's why they only had medium. If you didn't do that,
Well,
We don't want this hide all the extra larges. We don't want this guy wearing our stuff.
What's great about having Brent here is I feel like it really completes the Sneaky Park crew.
Okay.
We got single Darren here in his Bryson hat. We got myself over here as single guy. We got the married guy with 2 kids. And officially for the first time, we have the divorce guy at the table. So it just really feels like we
Yeah,
have every perspective of golf
Right.
at the table.
Yes.
Which is great. And one of the best things about Brent was last time we were at the club. Somebody walked, I think a member, he's just like, hey man, you playing that Ryder Cup this weekend? You're like, wait, what? And you went on your phone, you're like, just booked it.
We love more freedom.
Yeah,
yes,
that's
absolutely.
Back when you were married, that probably wasn't happening like that.
Let me make a call first, you know.
I mean, Brent played a lot of golf when he was married, but
Yeah.
the best thing that ever happened to Darren was the divorce. And I played with him a lot, and then now I really played with him a lot.
Right.
Well, his game shows it. I mean, what are you
Yeah,
under? What are
well,
you 3 now? What are you 4?
4.6.
4.6. Too good to come on this show.
And he just picked up the new PXGs.
Yeah, the Super Tours.
Yeah.
Whoa.
They are
another
good-looking.
single man purchase.
I got a little extra money laying around, you know?
Are those forged irons?
No, they're milled, which is even better.
Oh, yeah? I don't know what milled. That
Well,
was
milled is
discussed.
Yeah, it's like a buff. So they take one piece of metal and then they have a machine just grind it down.
No kidding.
Yeah.
So that head's pretty heavy.
Well, so each one of those heads takes 6 hours to actually
No
make
shit.
each one. Yeah, that's why they're so damn expensive.
So are they like the blade type of thing?
Yes.
The mill? Okay.
Yeah, they're gonna be more blade.
I mean, how much? You don't have to say this.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they're more than I wanted to pay, but I still.
What were you coming from before you went to the PXGs?
Muras. So I love the.
Were you in Muras?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mill too.
You've been through 2 sets
No,
of those.
so those are still forged, but they do like a hell of a process over there in Japan.
You can watch the video on him. It's an older guy. His name is Miura. He's there
Yes.
every one. Yeah, he's his
Yes,
son.
I mean, there's a couple good YouTube videos out there, like the
I never
greatest-
heard of those.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, they make
And you went
all
through 2
baby
sets of them.
blades.
Yeah, I mean, I played cavity backs originally, and then I went to the baby blades, and so the baby blades are smaller than a traditional blade.
Yeah.
And I just, I needed a little more forgiveness.
Does
so.
Mr. Taylor make those?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
No, that's awesome. So how did you choose the PXGs? I mean, did you hit a bunch of clubs?
No, this guy in my club, he you know what?
Got this guy at the club.
Always a guy.
He got me in the range. He's like, you need to hit these, and I hit them. They felt good. They were more forgiving, and I went and got fitted and got sucked in. So
Hey, you know what? We've all been there.
yeah.
So do you have them now?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I got them last week, and yeah, I've been firing great. Like,
Oh, that's
yeah,
awesome. So the full 14 clubs with the putter, or just
yeah. So I get the 3-through wedge.
Okay.
You know, and then I'm still using my Mura wedges because those are.
Do you only get to keep 7 of them? Did you
What do
pick
you
up
mean?
on that?
No.
You got divorced. I think it's
Oh, Brian.
Just looked at
We might need to edit that out.
that was good. That was good.
No, keep that.
So we were
All we play was. I don't even have a putter. I don't have a putter.
like, do you give her like half your clubs, or do you just cut your clubs in half, like half the putter and all that
Yeah,
stuff?
you could have all the shafts. I'll just put shaft up.
Yeah, there you go.
So when we were at the club last, we had a good 8-some, great people out there. Chi-Town was there, Darren, me, a couple other people, and we were sitting in the clubhouse. Brian was drinking his prosecco, and I don't know how, but we were watching some golf was on TV. I forget what tournament it was.
Yeah,
it was a big one. I think it was a decent one. And Patrick Reed's name came up, which feels like his name comes up all the time on this show.
Was
I
it
think
the
every
U.S.
episode-
Open
Yeah.
that we were watching?
Was it the US Open?
No.
No, it was before.
There was? Yeah. The weekend before?
It wasn't the tour championship. Was it?
Nah, I feel like I golfed and I was pumped
Doesn't
up
matter.
and I was
It might have
watching.
been a tour championship.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. But we were talking about Patrick Reed, and Brent steps in. He's like, "I got a great Patrick Reed story."
Yeah.
And so, right, give us a little detail on this.
Well, I
Patrick
hate to
Reed
burst your
story.
bubble. I mean, like, you're such a big Patrick Reed fan.
Love the guy.
Yeah.
I should have
so-
shown up in one of those little chokers that I put that picture on that you wore. We'll do a dress like your favorite golfer episode one of these days.
What do you think I'm doing?
Yeah, but Marty goes to me and goes, "What do you have against Patrick Reed?" Like, I mean, everyone hates Patrick Reed
Yeah.
for no reason. And I'm like, well, no, honestly, Marty, I do have some beef with Patrick Reed. And so my first Masters I went to was 2018 where he won. And of course, I walked in the golf shop like everyone else the first time, and I just bought the whole thing. And so, yeah. And so then I had the flag in, and I go to the Players Championship every year. So I've been there for like 10 years, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna take this flag. I'm gonna get Patrick Reed to sign it. And I'm gonna put it on my wall, and I'm gonna put it like with the
Frame.
commemorative,
Yeah.
yeah, make it look nice, like
so people walk in like, "Hey, tell me about that."
it was a big deal for me to go to the Masters, and he happened to win, which I was like, okay, cool, Patrick Reed, right? He's probably got a bad rap. So I go to the Players Championship. I'm in a Wednesday practice round. I'm like, I really don't care, right? I'll just go get it signed. So after the putting green, Patrick Reed's like walking by. I'm like, hey man, can I get this signed? It's great. I'm the only one asking for an autograph.
Nobody's around.
No one's around. And he's like, you know what? After I'm done practicing.
Well, instead of "Hey man," it should be like, "Excuse me, Mr. Reed."
Yeah.
And then he would.
Right. Yeah, I should have just had like some 5-year-old come up there and do it, but but instead, yeah. So then I'm like, okay, well, I followed him in the practice range. I watched him hit balls, and then after he hit balls, I asked him again. I was like, no. After my round, I'm like,
Like the round.
yeah, like the practice round. And so on hole 3, I got a little upset. I was just like,
So you're like a 5-year-old.
You're crying. Your mom and dad are holding you back.
You throw a temper tantrum.
He's coming off the green. I'm like, hey man, like, can you just sign it real quick? Like, I
gotta go.
I have some friends I'm hanging out with. Like, I just gotta go. And he's like, no. I'm playing till 6. Like, just give me after 6. So then I catch him after 6. He's like, I'm gonna play a couple more holes. And I'm like, motherfucker.
How far are you from Patrick Reed? Asking, like, is it from Daddy D to you, or how?
Like, yeah, because the practice rounds they're the security isn't as much, and so it's the ropes and.
But like, is it this far, or is he like over there? And he's got to walk
like,
towards
no,
you.
Talking to him.
I'm talking to him like face to face. I'm talking.
Oh,
to him.
face to face.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
He could have taken a pin.
every single time.
So he could have just been like,
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Every single time he looks me in the eye,
my
and
guy.
he's like, no.
Yeah.
No. He's like, yeah, so I fucking get the whole 7. No, one more hole, and then 8. He finally signs it, but he has this shit-eating grin on his
'Cause he
face.
fucked with you for 8
for
holes.
wasted 4 hours of my time.
I want to hear Patrick Reed say this.
Yeah. Well, when he comes in the show, we'll get
Yeah.
his. Yeah, I remember this fucker.
Well, and like it just pains me. Like, I'm the only person who's asking for this autograph, and then insult to injury too. Like, I mean, after putting, there was Dustin Johnson just sitting there after all the kids left, and he's like sitting there like, I don't know what to do. And so
You want to sign my flag?
Yeah. So I walked up. I was like, hey, yo, DJ, can I get a selfie? Because I had nothing for him to sign. It's like, yeah, no problem. Like, and so like the #1 golfer in the world, no problem whatsoever. But this jackass Patrick Reed
Easy.
just tooling me around for like 4
But and it's a great story.
Was he wearing,
It is a
a
great story.
choker?
No.
Now,
I was about to choke
do you
him
still
out.
have the flag as it framed and in your?
No, I didn't frame it yet. I mean, I still have
still
it.
waiting
You
for
know,
it.
but I actually now I have that.
Your ex-wife got in the divorce.
What if she gets to half with Patrick Reed?
You have to cut it.
Yeah, right.
And then you got to go back and ask Patrick to sign the other half of the flag because you didn't get the signature for it.
Yeah, you know, but now I have the story. I need to hang it up, and I can tell it again.
Well, here's
But,
my
I'm actually proud of you for like you put in the effort and
I
you
did.
weren't leaving until
Right.
you got it.
I know.
Well done.
I mean, I brought it from the Masters to the Players Championship just to do this.
Yeah.
I'm not stopping.
Did you tell him I bought this flag at the Masters that you won? I was there. Did you give him the whole backstory?
He sees it. He sees the flag. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, it says like 2000.
dude, I had
it's the yellow flag.
I was
it's the
carrying
yellow
around.
I
flag.
know the flag, but does it have the date of the year on there?
oh, it's folded perfectly with like the,
Oh, okay,
the
so-
Masters thing on it. Like I was just waiting for
It would be
it.
funny, like, oh yeah, this is the
Oh.
Tiger one. Can you sign my flag, Patrick?
You know, it's even funnier though. It's like because you start to be around some people. Like there's this guy who literally had 30 Masters flags,
Yeah.
and he's like,
he's selling them,
he's like, you got to fold it like this. I'm like, oh. So I'm with this guy. I'm like, oh no, did I fall to this level for Patrick Reed?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
did,
great.
and you're proud.
I did.
Hey, good story.
You're still bitter about
and
it to
got me
this
on
day.
this very prestigious podcast.
Yeah.
And so
Well, I mean, stories like that will get you booked
Here we
on the
go.
podcast. What I will defend Patrick in this instance is that
Oh, there he goes.
in the
I hear
end,
it.
he did what you wanted him to do.
yeah,
Though you
right.
put, I mean, let's call. I mean, you spent a couple more hours at the Masters walking around
it
the
was
golf
like
course.
6.
Come on,
With
yeah.
the players, but yeah. I mean, it was.
Oh, was that the player? Sorry,
at the
sorry.
Players.
Which is still. Oh, yeah,
the
gotcha.
Players.
So my-
Yeah.
Still a nice little course.
And you're
over
also
there,
an
right?
adult asking for an autograph.
which
For 6 hours.
which is also very valid too. Hey Brian, that doesn't make me feel any better about this whole story. Jesus.
Oh, that's just,
I wish it would have been the day that I showed up at the Players and you're coming to meet me.
So Darren and I've had some good stories at the Players as well.
Well, what's kind of interesting is like you kind of like when you said, "Oh, I got a Patrick Reed story." I'm like, I know where this one's going. Like nobody's like, "I got a Patrick Reed story." Oh, he came up to me, he signed it, we took a selfie, gave me his number. You know,
Yeah.
we're going out to
We
dinner
donated
tonight.
to cancer charity.
Exactly. Like
Well,
you
you
just
know,
don't
and-
feel like you see that with him. And I think the tour and the people and the fans have made him the villain, and he's embraced the role, and he wants to keep going
That's
with that
what I was
type
gonna say
of.
because honestly, yeah, but he has a stigma, and he
does.
knows he knows
it,
he
yeah.
he knows it.
Yeah.
But like instead of like fixing it or just being like
He's
you know,
owning it.
he's-
Yeah.
I love it.
Well, he's not. He's being a dick.
But was he a dick? Because
Yeah.
no, I think
Because, well,
he's
dude,
a genius.
yeah, but-
because he was a dick, but then he gave you what you wanted, so you're kind of like, well, he's not that bad.
Yeah, but you should see the
And he was-
shit-eating smirk every fucking time. Like
This grown ass man following me for 6 hours.
It's
Yeah.
like he just stole some kid's Twinkies and he just ate them, and like that's a smirk. Like Jesus.
I actually, that's hilarious. I mean,
I think it's great. But so you guys at the club, you had the Corn Ferry tour. Played
Yes.
there a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
How was that? Fun
That was
time?
fun. It was really great, and it was the first Corn Ferry this year where they were allowed to have members actually attend.
Oh, cool.
So, but it was fun just seeing those pros and seeing what they could do to our course. And
So your course from the tips plays what 7,400?
7,400, yeah.
and then
Yeah.
mentioned how many records?
Oh yeah, they had 5 course records at
5 course records at 64.
64. Yeah.
Can you believe
At
that?
7,400 yards.
Yes.
Was the wind blowing? I'm
No,
assuming.
well, so it was a little bit rainy, so it was a little bit
Okay.
softer conditions. It
Still.
wasn't what we wanted, but you know, the winter was minus 1,700. So
What was the feedback on the course? Were they like, we loved it, or was it kind of mixed, or
I think they liked it. It's different, right?
different? Yeah, it's not what they're used
It's
to.
totally different than what they're used to, and so like I think that they really enjoyed it. And then you know, there's a couple guys that come out. I mean, there's a couple holes that are like, you know, they don't like the long par threes, but
What's up?
There's no trees.
no,
There's
Really?
it was like 4.
I will tell you, I love everything about the course. The clubhouse, the course, the driving range. Just that one hole with the green that just drops off at the back.
Oh, and no.
Are you talking 9?
You hit it here, but if you miss, you go over where the flag was. It was.
Oh,
you see,
nine.
it's like a drop.
No,
it's like a
10.
drop off.
No,
The
no.
left of green goes down.
The left of the green?
No,
Very
the whole
large green. Probably the
It's a large
largest green.
but it,
Oh, you're talking about 7. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. 7.
drops
Yeah.
off.
No, it's just supposed to be the largest green in Illinois.
Is that the one that goes off if you
Yes.
miss it long? Yeah, and
Yeah,
so
yeah,
like
yeah.
a couple of guys in the group were like, "What?" Because we didn't have we
Right.
didn't have any knowledge of the course when we played, and I'm
yeah,
just
yeah,
like,
yeah.
like Darren always says, everybody's playing the same course.
But I got Brent tell me where to hit it.
Yeah.
Like, like that matters.
Yeah, right.
Hit it 3 yards short.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let me change clubs.
aim at the big green.
Right,
Okay.
right.
Yeah, we're trying to get Daddy D to join a club, and I'm going to have to say I was a little upset with him when I asked him if he had the money, which
I don't.
So you don't have to worry about
what club he would join, and he didn't even hesitate, and he threw out Highlands, and I was just like, "Excuse me."
He goes, Mike goes, well, it's the last time he played Ridgemore.
Somebody's not welcome back. I need to find a new golf
Well, I
buddy.
mean, I had him at the member guest, right, which is
Yeah.
a blast.
Yeah,
And
that is a good time.
Yeah, I think that won him over. So
I thought like
Well,
Sneaky Pie
that's
just
what
be
we
invited.
have the same thing at ours, and like I always get in an argument, a discussion. I'm like, you want guests to show up. Like, what percentage do you think of your club is guest revenue versus member revenue? And I'm saying at least half of ours is guest revenue.
yeah, I wouldn't have a shot. But like, I mean, yeah, they want to have people.
Not
up there
this
for
guest
sure.
because I don't get invited.
Oh, Brian, you were there.
Yeah,
you
you
were.
are.
I'm talking to Ridgemore.
Right,
that's
yeah.
pretty,
Yeah,
that's a different.
No, but like Highlands though, they'll have like the guest day where like they'll
Yes.
invite, which is
Every
super
month.
cool. Which
Yes.
is tell people about that because I thought that was the coolest
Yeah,
thing.
so
they
every
did.
month, I think it's like the first like Tuesday or the first Thursday of every month that they allow to have just one member sponsor as many guests as possible. And like, well, that's great for you guys. Like vendors, like just get them to pay and just come in and like, it's awesome.
Is it like a timeshare where I have to sit through a 30-minute presentation?
No.
I can just go golf.
No, and you get a shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, you do
Nice.
get a shirt. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a great shirt.
Yeah.
It's a great event.
It's a fun event, yeah, which is cool. Which is so Highlands is a little different, or sorry, Chicago Highlands, because Highlands there's one in Elgin, but Chicago Highlands is different because it's not technically it's owned by private people,
Right.
So it's not there's no like
it's
board
not an equity club, right,
exactly,
right.
yeah.
And these guys do a great job. And like,
So if they want to like change something, they just do it, and the members have to accept it. At
Yeah.
ours, you have to vote and all this, stuff.
yeah.
But that's why it's
So you could
great.
turn the clubhouse into a castle.
well, no, there's 3 guys that can. So you just need to get to those guys.
And you just missed it because their clubhouse is 1 year old. We're not even.
I'm sure they can make some adjustments to the outside. The aesthetics at
Put
all.
a steeple at the top and like
Shiller's out there with like a caterpillar digging a moat. What are you doing? I'm making a
He
moat
just
around
wants a
the
tower
clubhouse.
with a princess.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all he wants.
Shishita's peppers like popcorn there. Hey, can I get a look at those Shishita peppers over here? They were good. Like I haven't had. Everyone had Shishita peppers, but those like had cheese on top of them too.
Oh yeah.
They're absolutely amazing.
It's like what do they call it? Like Vegas style. They take something healthy, right, and they just put like Parmesan cheese on it and everything, and just oil. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the coolest thing about Highlands too is that, like Darren said, they got the new clubhouse, which is fucking spectacular. It's got a bowling alley. It's got like a full
workout facility.
literally like workout, like 3 Pelotons in there, and it's got like this bar lounge off the men's locker room, which in country standard old school country club lane is like the men's grill, the men's bar
Right,
only.
yeah.
And over there, it's like no, it's mixed, but it's kind of like wink, it's mixed. It's kind of, but you can access it only like you can do it to the men's locker room.
outside. Yeah.
And outside, but it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I've never seen the outside entrance. I've only been there twice, but it almost seems like it's kind of like doing an like it's a hidden entrance.
Well, I
Go find
forget
this.
about it sometimes. Like the other day we were
Right.
playing, Bruce like come down to I'm like, okay, I'll be there, and I'm hanging out at the Nimble bar.
I like that one a lot. I
Yeah,
think
it's cool.
it's
It's just
great.
the way-
Yeah.
yeah.
Got nice views there too.
And the best staff ever.
Yes.
They're
Yes.
fantastic.
Yes. And well, shout out to Sue. I mean,
Sue's
like
amazing. Yeah.
she's like my mom.
I could have done that without the 45 minutes looking for my clubs at the end, but
Yeah, true. That was weird. Yeah, let's talk about. We're not going
stayed a little too
Yeah,
late.
so we're going to say we're going to give 99%
Where
of.
we had it perfect.
Right. Oh, wait, did it just get? I got decommissioned.
So
Was
is it
Chi-Town
still
approved?
Chi-Town approved with the
Or-
club
I
debacle?
forgot about
yes, absolutely.
If you think about it, they were actually saying, "Hey,
We
you
want to keep it
probably
safe.
exactly."
We don't want to leave it outside. Yeah.
Exactly right.
Westchester gets a little
Or
rough.
what they said is that you're officially a member. We want your dues.
Right.
We're going to
Right.
keep your clubs there.
So a minus for the clubs, a minus for that green, or were you okay with that?
I
green?
don't think you can give a minus for the clubs because they were protecting.
No, they were. They absolutely were. But remember, you couldn't find them after the round and before the round.
Yes, before the round was also challenged.
Well, that was probably my fault too, though, because I took your
Yeah.
shoe bag and put it in mine.
That actually was our fault because we
Yeah.
were putting it to who we were supposed to play with. Yeah. And we knew. And then
And it's kind of my fault, but I feel like the staff lost respect for me when I said no locker. I'll just change my shoes out
in the
there.
parking lot,
Yeah, by the driving range.
Well, I will say
you're like
this.
wrapping your ankle in the parking lot on the ground.
Takes his shirt off, puts a different shirt on. No, it was everything about High was 99%. Absolutely amazing place. I would join there as a second club if I could afford it, but I can't. So Chi-Town approved still. The only challenges you have is the club thing was kind of annoying, and no one is. No, listen, like I said, club's amazing, Remember, like you put the money on your shoes, and probably they're short staffed there.
Yeah.
and they didn't clean. The
I think it
shoes
was
up.
late.
It was late too,
Yeah.
and I think I actually you had your shoes with a 20 next to it, and I kind of scooted mine up to your suit and say like I'm on his 20. Didn't work.
We tried, or they knew like, man, they're fine.
These guys aren't good golfers, but what an awesome place, dude. We love it. What events you got coming up? You planning anything here in the fall? Season's winding down here.
We're
in
going to
Chicago.
Big Cedar Lodge.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're going with them.
He is going to be on that one. Yeah.
Big time.
So that's in a week and
Week
a
and a
half.
half. Yes. That is exciting.
Yeah. So that's gonna
Wait,
be,
what days are you going to? Big,
we fly out Thursday.
Thursday through Sunday.
you know what we do every Thursday? We might have to do a Wednesday. You know what? We're going to do a Wednesday.
Oh,
podcast
sneaky part.
before you
Forgot
go.
about
Yeah. Jesus, this is your job, Darren.
I think this was scheduled before we started. Mark.
Yeah,
That actually was.
It was. Well, that was a year to make.
Oh
right?
yeah. It's been forever.
So it's still going on. You got all the people 20 guys still going?
Yeah. It's just, I mean, the people changed because it's no longer a work situation.
Yeah.
It's friends.
How do you think I got it?
we had to go down.
Still waiting
no,
for
I
my
was-
invite.
I
I
was-
must.
Wow, shit. I was pretty far down the list. I don't know where you're at, Mark.
Yeah, I mean,
Not good.
you know what's going to happen? I'm going to quit Ridgemore. I'm going to join Highlands. James come with me. No, he's coming with you.
Let's just say I wasn't involved in the picking.
I know. Just kidding.
I mean, with Brent, I was.
I don't want to go anyways. The place sucks.
Looks awful.
We'll let you know what it's like.
Yeah, please do. Please do. So,
We're pretty excited about it. And the weather's supposed to be phenomenal.
Is it?
Yeah.
yeah.
So we're gonna get lucky.
Did you make the cut to that Missouri golf outing?
That's what they're talking about. Pay attention, Brian. Are you even? Are you?
I don't know where the Cedar place is.
No, Brian.
they're
just
going and
rubbing
you're not
it.
going, or you are going?
I'm not going. Nobody invited me. I guess I'll do the show by myself next week.
No, we'll send you pictures.
Can you imagine if Chi-Town goes?
I show up to the studio. I'm like, "Where's Brian?" Just me. Oh, that would be an epic rant.
You got a last minute invite.
Yeah. I can't go anyways. I'm busy.
I mean, could you imagine doing the whole episode, like whole podcast by yourself?
Yeah.
Because we're
Let me just lay. Yeah, I would lay into you guys pretty hard.
I'm
but-
sure.
But Brett, I will thank
thought
you though
you were on the
because
list.
Brian got back into golf because of that round
Yes,
Highlands,
I-
which is
I-
awesome.
I'm excited.
He is this. This is what he produces when he has a good round of
Yeah.
golf.
I like it a lot.
And what do you have? What we talked about last episode? 3 natural pars and a natural birdie.
2 natural pars and a
Yeah,
natural
shot a
birdie.
101, which this guy played 14 months.
That's a pretty.
Even if I played in 14 months, it's still a great story.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, even if you practice every day, it's still phenomenal.
I love that you're back into it.
Yeah, it's great. Look at this. These
Good to be
notes.
back, guys.
Yeah.
Good to be back.
I mean, we might have to take this to Ireland and hit up the castles out
That's
there.
another great call.
Right.
Fantastic call. I forgot to mention I do have a couple more Chi-Town approvals.
Okay.
So we went with the deluxe and the full.
Okay.
Full package. But for those country clubs out there,
You gotta do a star rating, even though they're approved. You'll have to add the star rating.
It's a wine glasses though. It's Prosecco
Oh,
glasses.
it's Prosecco glasses.
Yeah,
Yes,
you have
yes.
5 out of 5
Oh, yeah,
Prosecco
5 out of 5.
glasses.
All
Yeah.
right, good.
so
Scared about that.
there are country clubs out there that might be, trying and aspiring to get to the full approval Chi-Town, but they're not quite there yet. Let's say they don't have the wine after golf, or they don't have the Shishito peppers, right? But what if they have one of those?
So
Starter approval.
Oh,
starter.
that's what
Yeah.
the starter approval is.
So if
I was actually thinking of
if
the
you have
starter.
either wine or the Shishito peppers, starter approval,
Okay.
right? But
no, keep going. It's fine.
what if you don't
Our
have?
AV guy's not even looking at the camera again.
Like-
we can't tell if it shuts off. All
don't worry. It's a lot more time.
right, well, all right,
So,
continue,
like,
Brian. We're not going to edit
What
that.
happens if?
Well, just look at the camera.
What happens if you don't have wine or the Shishito peppers like Corrales, but you have a fantastic Dominican cigar selection? Honorable mention. And it's also on an ocean.
That's the other thing.
I will say that you're going to find it very rare to find shishito peppers at a club.
I was going to say
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Cigars, every one of them.
Yeah, that's
Wine,
right.
most of them.
Deal
Yeah.
breaker. Shishito peppers is a deal breaker.
That's
Right,
a
right,
game changer.
I wonder if the old course has shishito peppers. No chance.
Yeah. No.
Could you imagine if Brian goes back to the Chicago Highlands with Brent and he's like, oh, yeah, all the shishito peppers and a Prosecco. They're like, oh, we took them off the menu.
Because no one was ordering them.
It made somebody sick.
Would that be immediate removal from the approved list, or would it be kind of in this like purgatory until they maybe brought them back on, or you found something else that was just as good on the menu?
I'd put them on suspension. They would have a chance to get back on.
right.
You know where you can get shishito peppers? Butler. You can get whatever you want.
You can get whatever you want.
Butler National.
God bless them.
They'll grow them for you. And then
You could order a Taco Bell.
Masters coming up. I think the next big golf tournament, right?
Which is
November
gonna be
12th weekend.
Weird with the weather.
Yeah.
and how different that's going to be.
It's all brown right now.
Yeah, they were posting pictures about that, and then they actually posted something today about what it looks like during the winter, all snow.
Oh,
because I mean, you think about how that weather could be during that time. And me and Brent were supposed to be there.
We were.
Soloway.
Yeah. We had Wednesday practice rounds.
I'm feeling like Brian with you two. Like, remember when Brian, you're like, nobody ever invites me to scramble the golf outings. Like, you two have the Masters, you got this Paynes Valley. Like I know what Brian feels like right now. Brian, I'm sorry for not inviting you more often. It's my fault. This is, I mean,
apology accepted.
yeah,
but that
I
was
mean-
my next question when you mentioned how much he's golfing at Highlands, and I'm like, uh-oh.
Yeah,
There's some conflict here.
well, yeah.
Marty.
Next thing you know, nobody calls me ever.
Next thing I know, I'm locked out of the studio. Like Brent's on the microphone. Like, you've been replaced. Like, what?
I am though, and be honest, and I think Marty's probably been this way too, is like the single guy that can always like has a freedom. Because that's why I went to Ireland with the execs there a couple of years ago. They're like, hey, I think you're number 140 that we've called that can't go. What are the chances? I said, let me think about it. It costs me money. And I'm like, wait a minute, what am I thinking about? So they do. I'm always on that list for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Which
I'm thinking Brent and Marty
I'm not
might
mad
just
at.
cut out the middleman, right? Two single guys are looking at each other like both members of country clubs be like, why is Darren here again?
I got you this time.
What do we need for him?
Yeah. I always bring that up. Like, what can I do? And I'm like,
Well, maybe we'll have Daddy D do a sales pitch on why you should be still invited to the country clubs. I want to see some good stuff. I want to see
Prestige
the,
worldwide.
You're gonna have to hit what our pain points are. Like, how bored are you when you go golf with me?
I mean, your lives can't have to be that bad. I'm the guy you call.
Well, this was everybody's question when I was invited down to the Destin golf trip last year. They're like, what value exactly are you going to provide?
I'm like, they asked you that.
I pay my bills.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where I think
That sounds good.
That's where mine is. Like, they know I'll probably say yes. They know I'll pay, and then like I'm always invited. And I think part of it's a decent golfer. If I was horrible and I wasn't fun or didn't bet or was cheap or whatever, like I wouldn't be invited. And
That sums me up.
depending on between who it's with, if a bunch of married guys going like, hey, is Darren going to say anything? He's going to shut up.
So you're saying there's an art.
Yeah.
to
Oh,
being-
yeah. You gotta be a guy.
You gotta be that guy. Because
is.
I've been that guy too. Like, right? Like last minute, like I get a phone call. Like, no,
Well,
I know Solid
if
can
you're
go.
going on a trip with if you're going on a trip with a bunch of married guys, like, and they're like, oh, bring the single guy. Like, it's got to be the perfect single guy. The guy that, like you said, doesn't, it's like, oh, yeah, we had a great time. Yeah. How was it? Because they're always trying to dig. But there's a lot of single guys that would just be flabby lips about these little
Five was it 5 married guys, 3 single we had?
And Destin,
Yeah.
myself, Moses, Darren. Yeah,
Well, three single.
3 single.
Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
Moses was single.
So I also think there's a little bit of coordination in the type of, not just married or whatever, but like the people that you have on a destination golf outing. Like you have to have that person that can cook, right?
Yes.
Especially if you're renting out a house, right? You kind of have to have like the fun person,
Which is
right?
usually
Danny D.
Yeah.
You
Well,
got-
and then you have the coordinator too, right? The guy who puts it all together.
which is never me.
I'm just gonna show up. Here's my money.
There is a strategy, which is where it came down to me. What value are you going to provide?
And
What was
sometimes
that- what was that
you
value,
asked me.
Brian?
You asked me.
What was that value? I'm trying to.
I pay my bills.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
He paid his bill.
He pays before he even goes down there.
By the way, I'm not the guy that still has money left on a little app.
Yeah.
Splitwise
Which
app.
we're not gonna.
Splitwise.
Yeah, I can bring it up right now. There's one guy.
Nice.
The other thing with that though is also like as married men and their wives that are like, oh Darren, I love Darren, he's great, and then there's other like, oh, Darren's going. Mm-hmm. So then, depending on what group and who it is, it can be difficult.
Oh, is he going to call some girls?
Oh,
when
is
he's down
that
there?
guy? Oh, that guy's
Oh,
going.
is he going to?
Usually the single guys aren't the problem on those trips.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm like in bed. I'm resting for one.
To give you an idea what I did on that trip, like literally, I worked out at Orange Theory at 5 a.m. one of the days.
You did.
One thing I remember is Marty coming out when I was drinking like Jack by myself in the hot tub and it was like lightning.
Yeah.
He goes, you should probably come inside. I'm like, yeah, okay.
That was like a thunderstorm over the Gulf, and Darren's just sitting in a hot tub, like yapping on his phone, drinking a Jack, and I didn't hear from him for 2 hours. And I go down there, I'm like, "Are you dead?" There's no lights out there. I'm like, "He's dead. He's dead. He's toast."
He's like, you should get out, but he's like, as he's protecting me, he's laughing about it. He's like, oh fuck it.
Yeah, whatever. Do you? But all right, well, Masters will be fun. Sucks you guys can't go.
Yeah, but so I would say that Augusta's been very good to us. So they are just postponing our lottery.
Keep plugging Augusta. How great!
Yeah. Hey guys, if you're out there, how many followers you got?
The numbers are right here.
Yeah, they're big. They're big. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Augusta, they're great that they're postponing the tickets so we can go next year. So.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, Brent, great time. Thanks for coming on the
for
show.
coming, man.
Like,
Hey,
really,
I
just, I
enjoyed
mean,
it.
not saying that there was a huge bar that you had to level to fail,
Well,
but
this is episode 5, right?
yeah, 5.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Get in
it
early.
was great. Love the Patrick Reed story. Love the Chicago Highlands. I think we all do.
Our people call your people.
Yeah. Dahlia books the town, and I think you might already be on a repeat for the old 65 show.
You're coming back. You're
Oh,
coming back.
good.
Chi-Town, hopefully the Prosecco was good from the Jewels over there in
Thank you very
Wicker
much.
Park.
I appreciate that.
Whiskey and Cokes. Dally, thanks for the video. Check us out on all the social medias. If you want Brian to approve your country club, just shoot us.
Build a castle.
Yeah, build a castle.
I will say that's the only reason I'm on this show, right? You, like, invite you to your club, right?
Yeah.
And
Come on
then
the
you
show.
come on the show.
That's
That's
the way
the
to do
thing.
it.
It's a legit thing.
And if anybody out there's listening to us and you want to join a country club, I recommend the Chicago Highlands or Ridgemore.
Yeah, two of the best.
Two of the
in
best
Chicago.
out there. Two of the best out there. So, all right, everybody, we appreciate it. We'll talk to you soon, and we'll see you next week. Peace.
All right, peace.